Welcome to Evanescence Hair Salon presents The Sweet Tea. I'm Darnita, owner of Evanescence Hair Salon, where we are enhancing the very essence of you. And I am here with my girls. We got Ingrid.
Yes, I'm Ingrid. I'm owner operator of Bethlight Hair, the language of the new beauty. And then we have
And I'm Netta, owner of Shades of Beauty.
And we all shy, but we stepping
right.
out and we doing a thing. We doing a new thing for 2026. So what we came up with is we are going to talk about the industry. We're going to talk about salon culture. We're going to talk about things that stylists do. We're going to talk about things that clients do. We're going to have fun with it. So we're just going to be talking about everything. So this will be for salon stylists and salon clients to watch, to learn, to laugh, and be aware of some things that we do wrong that we need to stop doing. And we're going to talk about it. We're going to spill the tea, okay? So today, this is episode 1. We will be talking about the battle going on in these internet streets about traditional salon suites versus, what did I just say? Traditional salons versus salon suites. So I'm always reading that it should be one or the other. My personal opinion is that they can coexist. What y'all think about it? Like, I know we're in suites,
I think
but
it depends on clientele and what you're looking to get to with your out of your clientele. If you're looking for something more personal, like a personal something more, I don't know what to say.
right. I mean, no, but
we
my
need to start this.
no. Listen, we working out the kinks. We keeping it real in here, and we gonna have fun with this. Bear with us. So anyway, my personal opinion is I think they can coexist because you need both. And when I say that, we've all worked in salons. We've worked together with each other, and then we all ended up here in suites. So by the way, we all worked in Phoenix Salon Suites in New York, and we all have suites here, but we have all worked with each other in a traditional salon setting. So first off, I feel like coming straight out of school, you should not be in no suite. You need to be in a salon and learn the business and build yourself up before coming into a suite. That's my opinion. That's what I did. And if I had it to do all over again, I would do it the same way.
I would too.
Right. So I feel like you need a consistent clientele before coming into a suite.
And I think the traditional salons offer you something that the suite store doesn't necessarily offer. Working with other people, I got to learn a lot.
Right.
Different style of stuff that was not necessarily my thing. I got to watch people do it and learn how to do it. In a salon suite, you're kind of more closed in. It's kind of more of a private setting, so you don't necessarily get that. So that's one reason that I would say that a traditional salon is better.
Right. Right. Because like everybody keeps saying, oh, the salon suites are going to phase out traditional salons. But I'm like, I don't think so because they're still needed. Traditional salons are needed for people who are coming out of school. They can train people up and
But
whatever.
at the same time, when you have a salon suite, you also could have like assistants as well. And they also
Yeah.
could learn through
Right.
that too. But me personally, I like the salon suites. It's more private. I
Right.
could live with my clients, have privacy. We can talk
Yeah.
about anything. We don't have no other clients. I don't hear nobody else's business,
Right.
and it's not loud. And I'm going to tell the truth.
Right. Tell the truth.
Nobody's using your stuff.
Talk about it.
Nobody taking your colors. No relaxers. Your products.
Right.
But personally, for me, I agree with you that when somebody's coming out of school, they don't have enough clientele as of yet.
Right.
Unless they do have the clientele, they don't know how to do hair, but they're just going to school to get their license.
Right.
Then okay, bam, boom, you could go into the suites.
Right.
But yeah, if you have a big suite and everything, and you have multiple chairs, which is basically that's what they're all doing now. Everybody's sharing, and then everybody got assistants. You still could do that too. That's what they still learn
Right.
that too as well in that setting.
So
That's
even
just
what
my
people were
personal.
saying on the internet, they're like, the traditional salon setting is better because, it's like a teamwork type of thing. People can vibe off of each other, learn. Like somebody might be falling short in here, and there's somebody there to help them. Which, yeah, if they're young and starting out, but sometimes you be in the business for a long time and you need help. So our unique situation is we all know each other and came into the suites. So yeah, we be running out of our room and going into the other person's room. We like, can I borrow some color?
Right. We still have our own sisterhood, but a lot of people won't. That's something that they'll be missing out on with the salon suites.
Yeah, I told somebody, I'm like, we separate, but we together.
Yes.
We always running up in each other's rooms. So we have that, but everybody don't have that because people go into a suite and you don't know the people there.
Yeah, that's true. But being that we in the business for a very long time, and generations after generation after generation, it does changes. So do you feel that the generation now, when we grew up, people were doing their hair?
What you
Now
mean?
that people are doing their hair,
You mean
people,
clients getting their hair done more?
right? Clients coming in to get their hair done now, but now, generation after generation, it changes. People don't come in that often because what we have YouTube University,
right? Yeah,
we have
technology
Google
has.
University. Technology
Yeah,
has taken over.
yeah.
So, with that being said, what do y'all? I mean, with the
Yeah, so it's technology and then it's money. Yes, we was charging $30 for a wash and set in the '90s. Like, so clients are still looking for that same price point in 2026, and it's like that can't happen. Our products don't even cost that cheap. We have
right.
to, yeah. So it's a whole lot that factors into why people don't come. But yeah, they could go
Why people don't come
online.
in? Also, why you should go into a salon suite and
like keep it downsized and more.
Right, exactly.
Or like one of our other friends down the hall, she had a full size salon, and even with that, she got tired of whatever drama may have been associated with being a traditional salon owner.
Exactly.
She's, the different personalities. She said she got tired.
And
She wanted to downsize, so then she came in here, and that was like the perfect thing for her. So to me, it's for people. I feel like salon suites are for the seasoned people who maybe you had your traditional salon already and you want to downsize, that's all well and good. Well, me, I was in my house. I was perfectly fine doing hair in my house. But I wanted to get out the house. After a while, you're like, I loved my space, but then I wanted to be amongst people again. In my house, there was nobody for me to be like, you got a box of color I can borrow? Or girl, why her hair changed this color? I don't know what to do.
Yes.
We be needing help.
So that's for, like I said, that's for the seasoned people. Now people nowadays, it's all about having that long weave, the wigs,
baby hairs,
baby hairs all the way up to your eyebrows. I'm sorry, I just can't. I
look,
just look
on that,
on that, yes,
Cause what? So my daughter tried to tell me,
I can't.
She's like, "Mommy, you need to learn how to lay wigs down and whatever." And I'm like, "That's not my clientele." I said, "I don't want none of y'all look." Oh, I'm sorry, I'm touching the mic. I don't. That's not my ideal clientele. I don't want to do wigs. First of all, the wigs is ripping out y'all edges. No, but that's not my ministry.
I got one on right now, but I don't wear them every day.
Right. No, you don't.
If
and
y'all
they weren't.
See me, if y'all know me and y'all know who I am in red, that's like him. Y'all know I don't wear wigs like
right.
this.
She gonna be like this, and the next episode she gonna be bald headed.
Bald headed, right? Exactly.
And I like you bald headed. I like your baldy a lot. You and our friend down here, y'all could rock a baldy like nobody else, and be fierce.
That's the truth.
Cause y'all not gonna see my head bald. My head is flat in the back. It really is, and it bothers me. I'm like, I don't like my head. I can make my hair cute, but my head is flat in the back.
Okay.
I feel like we did the booth rental thing, and then I feel like coming here, I feel like a lot of my clients, especially my older clients, I feel like they come because this may be their outing for the day.
Yes.
So they want to chat, they want to talk, they don't mind waiting, they don't mind doing things because this is their outing. They love the vibe that they get. This may be the only time they get that for 2 weeks. So I feel like I can create that vibe inside of my suite for them versus a traditional salon where it's kind of a mix of everybody's vibe.
Well, also it could be the vibe of the owner. The owner may set a tone,
Yes.
and we have to kind of
That's a good point.
follow suit. So I'm gonna put
people don't follow suit. Sometimes
so
you gotta get those white people in the salon.
So here's something that I grew up. I keep touching the mic. I grew up. You have a certain mindset, and then you go into someone else's space, and you don't understand because you wasn't taught. So one of the salons I worked in, we were booth renting. So for me, booth renting is I'm giving you money and I can do what I want over here in my chair. I got my own prices. I can do whatever I need to do. I'm paying for my own products. But then the owner kind of came to everybody and was like giving us a dress code. So my attitude is, why I gotta be told what to wear and I'm just booth renting, I'm doing my own thing. So I had that in my mind, but then it wasn't until taking classes and we talking to all these beauty professionals who was doing it for a long time, and they started saying, the salon should have a vibe. Everybody should be kind of dressed uniform. They say when a client walks in the door, they want to know who's the stylist, set apart from the clients or whatever. There should be a certain, you know, dress code vibe going on. You should, as a stylist, you should wear black or, what have you. So the owner was like, oh, yeah, it would be nice if y'all wore black bottoms and then you could wear, she kind of said, whatever color shirt. And I remember being on some rebellious tip, like, why I got to wear what she tell me to wear? Nah, 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 nah. So I wore what I wanted to wear. Now that I'm in the place I'm at now, I apologize. No. I get what you were trying to do now, but nobody taught. See, that's the thing. In our industry, there's a lot of non-teaching going on. We just be thrown out there and we just be doing what's happening. Whatever salon you're in, you just pick up what's going on in there and you just vibe off of what you're presented. But if nobody's sitting you down and teaching you, this is what professionalism looks like. As a professional, you should be doing X, Y, and Z. So when we took the classes and stuff and these people was presenting this, I'm sitting there like, and it hit me what that owner was trying to do. And I'm like, and not me being rebellious. And now I see what she was trying to do. So I appreciate that.
Gotta be in sync, gotta be uniform.
Right, but because it was booth rental, my mindset
this is my
was
business. This is my area. This is my place.
Yeah.
You can't come into this little section. That's basically what she was saying.
Yeah.
The lady that I worked for coming up, because I started out assisting, I didn't jump right in. The lady, she set a tone, and not necessarily with colors, but she wanted us in slacks. She wanted nice shoes. She didn't want our feet out. She wanted us to come in with our face, a little eyeshadow, a little something. She set the tone, and then when I went on my own, I feel like I was able to kind of keep that tone. And although I did slack off a lot, I knew better.
And I'm going to add to that because the salon she's talking about, I booth rented there. That's where I met you. And y'all's vibe made me change because then I felt out of place. So y'all had on nice blouses and like you said, the slacks. And I was coming in there comfortable. I wanted to be comfortable. I was jeans, sneakers, and a t-shirt because I'm like, I'm getting dye on my clothes. Da 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 da. I'm not putting on nothing nice to come to work. But then every day I'm going in there and I'm sitting back and watching how they do. And I'm like, let me not come up in here looking raggedy like who did it and ran. And then I started wearing different clothes. And now I still do that to this day. I mean, yeah, every now and then I'll be like, yeah, I'm going to wear some jeans and t-shirts. Like I'll look at my schedule and be like, oh, I got 3 colors today. I'm not putting on my good shirt. Even with the smock on, there be dye droplets up here. I'm like, I can't keep my shirts clean for nothing.
And coming straight into a salon suite, you wouldn't get that. You wouldn't get that because you have the freedom in your own salon suite to wear what you want, do what you want, show up when you want. In a traditional salon, you definitely the tone is set, so you
Right.
get all of that, and then you will feel out of place if you're not doing what everybody else is doing. You will feel out of place. So I think that's another reason that a traditional
But
salon.
in that essence, I didn't come straight. Um, how should I put this? Okay, I knew nothing about the beauty industry. Okay, I didn't have my license or doing the industry. I came up from corporate world, so to me, it's basically like common sense. If you have a business or if you're running a business or anything, come on now, put on some makeup, dress up nice.
Yes.
So I came from corporate world. I had to
Mhm.
wear snaps. I had to have my little heels on and stuff like that. And then
Right.
now that I'm in the beauty industry, it went right through. I had to present myself correctly.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
So in a way, I'm like, if you're getting out of school, you should already know that you got to present yourself. You're in the
Right.
beauty industry.
Right.
Put on some lip gloss, hair's tight, makeup a little bit. You don't have to be full beat,
Right.
but look presentable.
Exactly,
Don't
'cause-
have no rip clothes.
Yes.
Don't have your butt cheeks hanging out.
Yes.
Nothing. You gotta present.
Because I don't wear makeup, y'all. Can't stand it. We doing this podcast right now, and I refused to put some makeup on.
In real life, I mean, people think that we are perfect or that we look perfect or that we have to look perfect. But
right.
reality is we put on our jeans and shoes one leg at a time just like everybody else. So we don't have that time in the morning to do. We are still running household, families, and other things going on. So sometimes we get up in the morning too and we just try to look the best we can without makeup and without everything, but we try to make sure that we're in uniform and everything just to show out for y'all.
Exactly.
Yeah, so even like I said, in my younger years, I was jeans and sneakers, and then my clients started noticing the elevation a little bit at a time. It was just like, oh, why? At first it was like, oh, well, you look nice, or why you dressed up, and even if your hair, I always try to make sure, even when my hair is dirty and flaking, I'ma still comb it and try to make it look like something because I didn't get a chance to wash it, but I still try to make it look decent. So even like my hair is cut short. If I got a cut, my cut gonna be right. So even if there's no curls in it, it's gonna be sitting right. I'm gonna make sure it's sitting right.
With the flakes, huh?
I got with the flakes. Don't stand too close. One of my clients called me out. This is when I was at the house. It was so funny because when my hair was long and natural, child, I had 2-strand twisted it and I left it twisted all week. And I said, I'm not taking it out till Sunday for church. So I was just in there looking like Cleo about to set it off. And I'm like, yeah, that's unacceptable. I had a client come in there and she was just like, what's going on with your hair? I said, well, this is my little twist set. I'm going to take it out. She said, don't you ever let me come up in here and your hair is like that. She said, you better do your hair. And this is a client. She was playing, but playing and serious at the same time. Mm-hmm. Then another time, I forgot to do my hair. It was just in a dry puff on the top of my head. And the client was like, so what's going on with your hair? And I'm like, well, I'm trying this natural thing now. Not realizing I forgot to wet it, put some stuff in it to make it done. And she's like, oh, okay. Then we didn't have enough hair for her style, so she left to go to the store. So then I happened to glance in the mirror, and I'm like,
oh my goodness.
I said, oh my God. So when she could, girl, I put my head in the sink and wet it and put some stuff in it and slicked it up, did my little edges a little bit. And then she came back. I said, girl. I said, now I know what. I said, I forgot to do my hair this morning. That was a hot mess. But then, like, what do you guys think about? Because then people who owned, well, I've never owned a traditional salon. So this is kind of a hard topic too. Like people doing booth rental versus commission. So I know one is better for the owners, and then certain ways are better for the stylist. So it's always going to be that whole, everybody got to do what's better for them. Because then I'm in a lot of these different hairdresser groups on Facebook, and people put their experiences with what they're dealing with in traditional salons on there, and I just be reading it, and I'm just like, wow. Like some owners are misclassifying the stylist, or they, with their tax forms, and it's just like a whole bunch of stuff. And I'm just like, I'm glad I ain't gotta go through that. I don't really know much
I
about
never
all of
did
that.
a commission. I
Me
just worked
either.
as an assistant, but I never. After that, I went straight into booth
Same with me. So when I started out, the lady who trained me, I was with her for 6.5 years. So I was never like on my own. I was basically her assistant, but I got to the point where she got me to where I was starting and finishing her clients. So I was just on salary. I was just getting a salary, minimum wage. So I was getting minimum wage and tips, no commission for 6.5 years. And then I left. Okay, so I can mention that. Is JC Penney, was that
I was
considered a
about to say,
corporate salon? When I left
yeah.
her, I went to JC Penney. So then that was just a whole new world. So that, yeah, we did do commission there.
Commission, yeah, I forgot about this. But
Right.
you really didn't even see it. I really didn't even see it in my check. I saw this basically was just like a paycheck.
Like we got salary and commission.
Right. So
There was a low base salary, and then when you made a certain
amount,
you had to make a certain amount before the commission
Commission
kicked
hit.
in. Yeah, that was different.
Yeah, that was different.
And if your clientele wasn't popping, you didn't see really too
The
much commission.
You just saw the hourly rate.
Right. But they had benefits.
Right.
Oh, that's the difference. That's the big difference, because that's a big topic for discussion.
We're gonna talk about that another day.
Well, yeah, that's a great topic for discussion.
Cause I'm 34, 33, 34 in July. I've been doing hair for 34 years. My God, today.
I thought you were saying your age, girl. I was about to say,
Well, I'm 40. I've been doing hair since I was 17 years old, and I'm still here by the grace of God. Hallelujah. No. But yeah.
I did commission. I worked under the lady that I worked for after assisting, and she was more into relaxers, wash and sets, treatments. She didn't do the stuff that I was interested in, braids, weaves, and extensions. So she would cut me off at some point, and then I would go on commission, and that's really where I would make the money. But what I would say, running, I have commission right now for my girls here now, and it definitely can be difficult because they are using your product. I book the clients for them.
It's your clients.
It's my clients that I'm booking for them. So even the percentage for the commission is something that I struggle with because they are doing the work, but the clientele base and everything is mine, and I still want them to make money.
And you're providing the space, you're providing the products.
Right.
So yeah, I always say like Google, like it's really good to be in some of these groups of people in the industry. It helps because you can go on there and ask a question or Google it and read up to see like, and then I guess, and then state is different from state to state because I heard, is it New Jersey? Booth rent is illegal in Jersey. They don't have booth rent. So if you work in a salon, you're working
as commission.
So I don't know if they have suites. Is that still considered? I don't know how that works, but I remember people saying that booth rental was illegal in Jersey or Philly. I'm gonna have to look that up. So some states don't allow it, and then some states do. So.
I usually try a base of like a 60-40 commission. Did y'all ever hear about like that? A 60-40?
Yeah, that was back for that was years, many years ago, and it just grew and it stayed 60-40. Like the stylist doing the work would get 60, and the owner would get 40 because you're using the product. That's what the 40%.
Right.
Product.
Right.
But being that times has changed, products price has gone up, and cost of living gone up.
Everything.
So
went
what?
Up.
What is it going to be 50-50, or is it going to be now 70-30?
I do 50-50 if I touch that client. If it's,
But otherwise, you still keep it
I
at
still
60
keep it at 60/40 because
They're getting 60?
they're getting
They're getting
Okay.
60 and I'm
60.
40. And why I do it that way is because working on commission, you also realize that the work comes from behind the chair. So a lot of the girls that I have now, they do braiding and stuff like that. I feel like that's where a lot of the labor comes from, not
Oh
necessarily
yeah,
from
not
the
necessarily.
product and stuff like that.
Right,
So
especially if somebody doing some box braids standing
So
here.
that's what I'm saying.
yeah,
So if they're doing like box braid, like say for instance, okay, like say for instance, the clients come in and they already have their hair shampooed, but you're supposed to shampoo your
right.
hair, state law.
Exactly.
Let shampoo your clients' hair. Don't let them shampoo and let them
Don't
come
show
in.
up. They'll show
No.
up dirty saying they washed it last
Yeah,
night.
exactly. And it's
Guess
not
what?
properly clean.
You're getting it washed again.
And they didn't shampoo it. So with that, it's only like to blow dry. And then would you give them 70 and you keep 30 because there's really no products that you really use. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I would keep it at 60.
Or you
If
would
I
keep it
didn't,
at
I would still
60.
keep it at 60/40. If I touch that client,
Then just go 50.
even one braid is 50.
Not even one braid.
One braid.
One braid. 50.
Look, now
Okay,
she
one
did.
braid.
Now she diddying her. She want to be all up in the videos with her shiny suit.
Oh my gosh.
Take that.
Girl,
Oh my gosh.
when I watched that documentary, I'm not trying to be off topic, but that was funny. I said, not you insert yourself in the videos without asking the artist, and then you paid yourself.
Paid yourself. Wow.
Look, that said, take that. Yo.
Okay, so it's 60/40 you keep it as.
Yeah. And versus booth rental, the girls, some people wouldn't be able to sustain booth rental. So I do think that it allows new people coming in to still have the shop environment without having to face the rent that comes after if you don't make your rent for the week. So
Right.
they still get to come in here. They still get the exposure of being with another seasoned stylist. They
Right.
still get the exposure of using salon equipment and everything and giving their client that professional setting without
Mhm.
paying the booth rent. So that's why I do. That's one of the reasons that I do like commission, and they get more.
Okay. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. That
Okay.
6.5 years, I was just salary the whole time. And then I remember I wasn't really familiar with booth rent. And then I remember the owner at that time. The shop was slow at that point, and I remember we was just walking around cleaning stuff up, whatever. And she was just like, "What you think if I do booth rent for the salon?" And I'm up there like, "Oh, that would be cool. I think that would be good for you." But then she was talking about me.
You pay.
But I didn't have my own clients. I'm assisting her with her clientele. Everybody that
Yes.
walked through that door was her clientele because it was her brick and mortar business. So I'm there assisting. And then when she said, "Oh, so you gonna be on booth rent?" And I was like, "Oh wait, me?" I'm like, "No, I'm not ready for that yet." And then that was the thing. I ended up when I did finally leave. So my reason for leaving that salon, I needed benefits. Like my mom was pushing, and she's just like, "You have no medical coverage. You're working all these hours. You're doing, all this stuff, and you don't have, something happens, you have nothing to cover yourself." Like I'm in my early 20s now. At that point, with no medical coverage, no nothing, and she's like, "You need to go to JCPenney and see what's up. They have benefits." So my mom pushed me to do that, and it was like, from there, everything was a stepping stone. Like, if I had everything to do all over again, I would still do it the same way because I feel like I'm in a good place.
I think I would. I think I would too.
Right. Because everything is a learning experience. You learn whether it was something positive or negative, it was still a learning experience. So, like, everything I experienced in the traditional salon, I would always observe, see what the clients are saying, see what's going on. And I used to be like, yeah, when I get on my own, I'm not going to do that. Or when I do my own thing, yeah, I'm going to do this, but not that.
And you know what? Sometimes the commission price versus the hourly rate is not. It's not that different. It's not that different because when we was together, sometimes you would weigh it, and it would almost be the same. It would be dollars off.
On what? What you talking
Like
about?
when we was doing commission when I was working with you.
Oh, at my house.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like I feel like sometimes it would be like it's real close,
I
and
know,
then
because I
sometimes
wanted to
it's
be
like,
fair, because I was
Mhm.
like, I don't want to be like shortchanging, because you
mm-hmm,
was a godsend. Like, and then it was only supposed to be for like a short amount of time, and then you ended up being with me for 4 years.
mm-hmm.
Because I was like, I'm not letting you go.
Wow, 4 years.
I was pregnant with my third child, and I couldn't even stand at the sink. My belly was all up on the sink, and I'm like, I need help. And I didn't know what I was gonna do, and I thought of you.
I got fired on my day off.
No, but
My
I didn't
bad.
even know.
Not from her.
That was the thing.
Oh, you talking about the oh yes, that's right.
Not fired on your day off.
On
Come
your
on.
day off, you got fired. Wow.
No, but it's all love. It's all love.
Yes.
Yeah. So I remember I needed help, and I'm like, I don't have time to train somebody to come help me. So I thought of you. One thing, y'all was trained good. I will give y'all that. Y'all was doing the thing real good. I said, I don't have to train them, but I'm like, if I had found out you were still working for the boss, I wasn't going I wasn't going to do that.
Right.
I called just to see, like, what are you doing now? Or I don't remember if somebody told me that you weren't. I don't remember. I didn't even know if the phone number. I had my phone, and I'm like, I hope this is still her number. And I called, and you reached out and you said, no, I no longer work there. And I'm like, yes. I'm like, I need help. And I'm like, and then the whole plan was, after I have the baby and I'm back to work, that's it. But then I got used to you being there, and it was such a help. I was actually able to do more clients with you there.
Mhm.
And then even though you was like an assistant, you was teaching me some things. I was teaching you some things.
Yes.
We was vibing off each other. You ain't had no attitude. I ain't never seen you mad in my life. You just was always this pleasant, bubbly, positive attitude vibe in the shop, and I was always there for it.
Yeah, thank you for that. And it gave me confidence after leaving one salon, going to the next salon. Some people would say I should have started working for myself right then and there, but that little time, that 4 years, gave me the confidence that I needed working in a traditional salon underneath somebody to kind of be on my own. Because by the time I met Ingrid, we was all booth renting inside the salon.
Mhm.
So that was just something else. But I feel like that time helped me to elevate so that I could be, because we always worked with just one stylist. This was like working with multiple stylists. I was watching everybody. Like,
Yeah,
oh,
you vibe
what
off
they
of
doing, what they
everybody.
doing. Yeah, and it kind of you got no choice but to.
So
kinda
even I
step it
remember
up.
when you approached me, you was like, it's 4 years later. You was just like, I'm
think it's
thinking about
time.
booth rent. What do you think? And I didn't be like, oh no, you shouldn't. Nah, nah, nah. You stay here with me. I'm just
Go
saying.
ahead and spread your wings, girl.
Yeah.
I was like, just make sure you can do it, whatever. Make sure this, that, and the other. Da 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 da. And I said, do your thing. I said, but can you still come on Saturday? So she went to the salon, and she gave me Saturday mornings for like a good few more times. And then I remember it. It was back to school time. And then I said, just give me like a month notice so I can schedule my book accordingly for you not being there no more. And then you did that, and it worked out great. We had a real good transition. And I'm like, you out here in these streets doing better than me, okay? She got assistants with 3 S's.
But the training makes a difference.
Yeah.
They don't have. This is another topic that we can elaborate on later, but the way the girls are coming up because of like things that Ingrid had touched on, like that YouTube stuff, and they got the skills, but they don't have the salon skills. So that part is really hard to train especially your commission girls. And I don't have any booth renters, but the commission you couldn't still kind of set a tone, but it's really, really different than the salon era that we come from versus now. It's very different.
Yeah.
A lot of them care about is the style itself. They don't care about the
hair care, scalp care, even. Yeah, never mind.
That's another topic.
It's another. I know.
Yeah, because I was getting ready.
That's another topic.
yeah, it was another topic. I'll just wait.
Yeah.
But anyway, so overall,
So overall, what would y'all say? Is it
well,
better
I'm
to
just
booth rent
saying.
or
Oh, booth rent.
I like,
commission?
to me personally, I like
But now
the
you would
suite.
have to speak
The
as
suite.
if you
Okay.
I
you
like the
were a
suite.
salon owner. If you, as the owner, what would you do with your people? Would you just rent out booths, or would you personally do commission, like have people working for you
Like what you're doing right now.
instead of
Yeah.
having multiple businesses under one roof?
I like the commission for
Like if
sure
you
because I
owned
can
your
still
own
get my
big
hands
salon,
on it.
right?
Like the clients, I can still wash them at the sink because I know they're here.
Mm-hmm.
My commission girl, she might just be ready to do the style behind the chair. But with commission, even if it is a slight adjustment, I know that because it's my client, I know that I can still fully service them at the sink. If your hair is breaking, if it's shedding, those are the questions and stuff that I'm gonna ask. I can do a whole analysis so that way my client doesn't feel like I'm just passing her off.
Mm-hmm.
You're still in good hands.
Yeah,
I can still see your hair, check your hair, make sure your hair is still good in the process while you're getting extensions,
right.
while you're
Because at
still
the end
Right.
of the
still
day, it's a
hands on.
reflection on you and
Yes.
your
So
business
I
and
like
what
commission.
you stand for.
Yes.
And what's your thoughts? If you had a brick and mortar traditional salon, what would you do?
I would do the commission. I want to do booth rent.
Is
I'll
it
do
still
the
for the
commission.
control purpose or is it like what is it for you?
Yeah, it is control purpose. I could set the tone, and
Mhm.
but with booth rental, you really can't really set the
You
tone because people are
can't.
going to be talking
You
back
pay and they go.
and
That's
then
it.
pay and they
Yeah.
go, right? But I like the commission aspect of it to have the not be like on the boards like that, but
Right.
set
Yeah.
the tone, and keep it moving. Yeah.
I really didn't have an answer for that, but hearing you two say that, like,
You'll
I
do
guess
the
I agree.
commission too.
I guess so. But I'm not opening no traditional salon, so it don't matter.
You never know.
Right.
You never know. Like say for instance, maybe you open up a suite. What would you rather have?
Well, that's different. If I had the money to open up a suite, I would.
Yeah.
Because I've even seen there's a female African American. She opened up suites in Atlanta, and it's over the top. I was like she provides the TVs and some of the. I remember seeing the building, like the perimeter of the building had like the individual suites, and then in the center of the building, it was open concept but still individual. So if it's people, I guess they were still renting their area, but it was for people who still like that open salon concept.
Oh, okay.
So you had a choice of a private room, or there was a floor with
Okay.
with stylists with
area
booths.
with their own booths. And I don't remember the setup as far as the sink situation for those center ones, but very high class, very fancy.
And that kind of gives you the best of both
Both
worlds.
worlds.
Yes.
Yeah.
I know those was expensive though. I'm like, what? So yeah.
And we also like we see the person that Phoenix itself, for example, the rollover to get people back in the rooms and everything is great where we are. But some places won't necessarily have that because a lot of people still in traditional salons and everything. So they still would have to, I guess, look for.
Right. So now that you guys have been in the suite for as long as we have, what's your pros and cons? I love
To me, it's
I,
all
go,
pros.
I love everything about being here. I only got two cons. That freaking sink. I don't like the sink. I want my sink from home and bring it here. And then
You like the stationary sink. You don't like the sink moving.
right.
No,
No,
that's what
but
we got now in here.
Yeah.
but these sinks
Sinks
were
moving
made
up.
for people that stand behind the sink. The sink is deep and narrow. My sink at home is wide and short. So we do a lot of natural big giant heads of hair, and I feel like I can't fit. Yeah, I just don't like it. But anyway, but I'm still here. And then the noise. These walls are thin in here.
They should be
So even
soundproof.
with my music on, I got a tone set in my suite. It's some nice relaxing music, and then it's like you hear dogs barking, kids running up and down the hallway, like go somewhere and
Music
sit
blasting,
down.
TV blasting,
TV,
doors open.
yeah. Or the doors are open. You blow drying your client, y'all are screaming over the blow dryer.
Mm-hmm.
Close the door and shut up. No, I'm only playing.
I like that our place is 24-hour access. That's one of the things that I really like.
Yeah,
about
then you can
this
come and go as you
particular
please. There's no time limit. You can't be out of here by 11 o'clock. That's
because
the nice thing with the suites.
yes, if you go to another place, they have limits on their time, and
Really?
whether it's for safety reasons or
I didn't
not.
know.
Yeah, some of them is like
It's
shut down by 11.
so I'm one that work late sometimes.
I didn't know
So
that.
sometimes I'm there late.
I assumed they all were the same. I didn't know that.
Mm-mm.
Not that you're gonna catch me in here after 10 p.m.
That just go back
Never.
to like when you booth renting. It's like you thought that's your own little area. You're gonna do what you gotta do. But remember, you're in the salon with somebody else, so you gotta stop talking.
Yeah.
That's
So
the same thing
yeah,
as being in the suites. They want to shut down 11 o'clock,
That's true.
midnight. You know, like you said, it could be for safety reasons because at nighttime we all can't. Walk
yeah.
in
Now I
here
just
and
thought
stuff.
about it. If you
So
have a
it's
traditional
basically-
salon and you booth rent to people, so everybody got a key to your business, and they coming
Right.
in all hours of the night.
Right.
And I can remember, yeah, and even that, like you said, people touching your stuff. I remember somebody stole my phone charger from my station.
Oh my god.
It was plugged
Maybe
in my
they
outlet.
probably borrowed it and they forgot to put it back.
No, I don't think it was a worker. It was somebody's client. Because
Like
them
I said,
days
maybe
that I didn't work,
they borrowed it because they saw it.
they shouldn't be touching nobody else's stuff. I would never touch anybody. I'm different.
That's
If I went to get my hair done and I didn't have a charger and I looked in
I
my,
would ask my stylist.
I would ask my
me
stylist.
too.
I would never go touch somebody else's stuff. Never. I was raised right. Let me stop. So
But I like the whole aspect of the suites, though.
I do too. I think it was a brilliant idea. But my thing is why I wanted to do this is because when I read the comments of stylists chiming in, and I'm guessing they're owners of salons, they don't like it. They're upset about it, like lashing out at it. And I'm just like, I don't think it's going to put traditional salons out of business. So I feel like there's still a need for your salons to be there. Unlike, so like for example, remember there used to be Blockbuster Video first. Then it was you could I'm just saying. We used to have to Redbox. We had to drive to a location to buy a movie and bring it home, and then we had to bring it back. They created streaming. Yeah. Blockbuster and Redbox ain't here no more because now streaming, you don't have to leave your house. You could be on the train, you could be at work, you could be in your house, and you could stream a movie. So that eliminated. I don't think salon suites are going to eliminate traditional salons. They're going to always be here. I feel like there should always be a need because people coming up.
It's going to be limited though. It's not going
to. It might be limited, much. But I feel like we're going to coexist. So I don't think so. So we're going to end it. I feel like, yeah, they're going to both coexist. There's not one better than the other because the whole thing is not a one size fits all.
I got something I want to say before we close it out. What the salon suites have done for me is it gave me a chance to feel like I have a storefront without having the weight of the salon itself, the overhead.
Yeah,
I pay one price, and that's
including the electric, the water. Yes, so we got laundry access.
Yes,
I like that too.
So I like that. That's one of the things that I would say.
Because I actually sat with a notebook one time and wrote down everything that I could think of from where I've been and what it entailed. Everything for a storefront. I filled up a spiral binder, the whole page of all the stuff, and then what I was charging people to get their hair done at the time, and I'm going, I would be done. I probably wouldn't last but a few months.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. I realized for me, it wasn't going to work. Other people have it. Yeah. Do you? You're blessed. But for me, I was waiting for this to come here. I was waiting. So
But even with the salon suite, sorry I keep adding stuff. Even
no,
with
it's
the
fine.
salon suite, you'll get a big salon, a big suite, but it's still you still have to pick and choose what you add in. You don't get that aspect, the full blown aspect of how it would be in a traditional salon where you could have 3 and 4 chairs and everything. Even the biggest suites are not
Right.
as big as a traditional salon normally.
Right.
So
Right. So do you have any closing remarks,
Nope.
Miss Angry? That's always going to be a running joke.
Yeah.
A little child, a little baby child
Couldn't say
client
my name
could not
properly.
pronounce Ingrid, and she said Miss Angry, and I've been calling her that ever since.
But
It's
I'm not
funny.
angry. I'm such a sweet person.
Yeah, okay. No, I'm just playing. Look, we're here to keep it 100. But I just described you, always bubbly. Now you, on the other hand, no, we love you, Ingrid. No, but I observe people my whole life. So you could be moody, and that's okay. That's okay. But because I learned you, I know when you're not in the mood, and I ain't gonna say nothing to you. I'll wait till you happy.
right.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got
And
things
that's
on
how-
my mind. I'd be like, oh.
And that's how we're still friends, because some people will see and be like, well, what's wrong with you? Why you always gotta have an attitude?
Right, but reality is we're not perfect, and
We're
we
not.
will have attitudes sometimes.
Right.
We will be a little moody sometimes.
I'm human. I got things going on. You know, I'm a human being. You know, I got things going on in my life that I could be like thinking. I'm like, oh my god, what I'm gonna do? Da, 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 da. I could be moody.
Right, and I be just drinking my water and minding my business and sipping my tea.
Okay. So, okay.
okay.
So, y'all.
Well, yes, this was episode 1. So we encourage everyone to comment. If you want us to talk about a certain topic that you want touched on, put it in the comments. If you have a situation that you've been through, like a little something, you could be anonymous too. We won't say your name. Just put it in the comments. We'll talk about it next time.
Yeah. So
the
click
sweet
like,
tea, y'all.
subscribe.
Like, subscribe, share, tell your
Comment.
friends about me. No, I'm just playing.
Have an exercise line.
And that is the sweet tea. See y'all next time. Or what they doing now? Yes.
I still don't know what that is.
It's clapping, but it's a soft clap.
It's very
You're not-
mindful.
It's dainty.
It's very mindful, very
dainty.
demure.
Dainty
No.
clap.
This is the real
You
clap.
can't give everybody everything.
This is the real clap. This is the real
Miss
clap.
Angry. No, I'm just playing.
I don't know what
Look at
this
you,
is. Like, this is like
Like some
I'm
sticky on
sorry.
her finger.
Well, I
And this is what it's all about. We're going to laugh and joke and cut up. But y'all have a good week, and we will see y'all next week.
See you next time.
Happy Easter.
Happy Easter.